Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back to the channel again. I hope all are you good and learn something new with day by day. So today I have a new phone for a repair, right? So this phone in a dead condition. The model is a Redmi A3, right? Right, Redmi A3. I'm already opened the phone, right? So it's in a dead condition. So let's see we can repair this phone or not, and the diagnosis process. How we diagnose this phone in a step-by-step way. Right now, this is in a dead condition. Right now, first we connect the battery. Let's the battery voltage. First, we measure the battery voltage. All right. So just a so multimeter on a diode mode. Oh, sorry, DC voltage mode. Right. So let's check the battery voltage. How much battery charge at this time? What are the storage? So you will see 3. So battery almost charged, 3.9 voltage on a battery, right? So we connect the battery and connect the charger on a right side on the top corner, charging ampere meter. Right now connect it. After connecting, it's taking a 0.037, 0.320. Actually, it's a minor consumption, right? So whatever you use, a charger, a normal technician, a two digit charger like a Sunshine Relife, it's a 2 digit, but this one is mine is a 5 digit. So it sends a minor consumption also. So that's why it's taking consumption. That means your phone taking charge, a little consumption, right? But when you connect this phone, right, normal USB ampere charger, right, with a 2 digit, it shows does not anything, right? No charging. I mean to say this phone, when you connect a normal USB 6 port charger, it does not show anything. Now this one is mine. It is a 5 digit. That's why it shows a little consumption, a minor consumption also. So on a normal charger, it does not take charge, but on my charger ampere meter, it shows it sends the charge. It does not charge, it does not take any ampere, but it sends, right, the device difference. So now we disconnect the charger. Now we connect the DC power supply. Let's see how much ampere takes in a DC power supply, this phone, right? So let's see. So we remove the battery, and on your front there is a graph, right? It's a 5 digit DC power supply. If you have a 4 digit, so does not count the last digit. This is my 5. Now when we press the power button, it goes up to the 19, 24, 19, 20, 00, right? So I'm connecting the multimeter probe. Now we again press the on off button, right? It's taking 24, 25, 19, 00 when we release the button. That means there is a secondary line short, right? Maybe on a secondary lines, or maybe a CPU issue. So we diagnose this one. Now my multimeter is on which we connect the PC. It's maybe a short or does not work, maybe a something error. So we use this on normal charger. Now first we on a voltage mode, and we check VPH. Now we connect the capacitor. Now it's had a 3.2 voltage. That means the VPH is available. Now right, I'm not connecting the battery and only a charger. Now again 3.2. Now VPH is complete. So right now we take another voltage like buck voltages. Right now first buck, it's taking 0.5, 0.9, 0.8, and it's fluctuate 0.4 to 9. right, in fast mode. Now next it's a 0 0 0. On the next coil there is no voltage. On the next it's still 0 0. Now next it's taking 0.4, 0.8, 0.5. It's also fluctuate. So some buck coils had a voltage in a fluctuation, but some coils does not shows any consumption. I mean, so any voltages are 0 0 0. Maybe a two coils, right? So now, according to the multimeter, there are also chances that means there is a VRAG line short or any buck lines, right? Also, maybe a CPU. So I don't know the problem. Let's after remove the motherboard, we will diagnose further where is the problem. Right? Comes from a CPU, a VRAG, or buck, anything with the power. Right? Now let's see which IC is installed on a power IC. On a microscope, right? It's a PM6125. Let me clear this. Wait a second. Just a second. Now it's clear. Let me show you power IC number. It's PM6125. Wait a second. Let me clear this. Just a sec. PM6125, right? Now let's open the motherboard on a main cam. Remove the charger. Disconnect the all flex and battery. And remove the motherboard. Now remove the cameras. Now all these accessories take aside from safe side. Now look at the motherboard. It's looking clear or normal, right? Let's zoom. It's just a sec. No, it's clear. Nothing. Right, now clear. Now it's looking clean, right? No major repair. Now there is a removable sheet. Someone remove this. Now we remove it. Now there is a CPU and MMC. Now someone already opened the phone, and let's under the microscope. Now there is a CPU. Now, it's glued properly. I mean, it's sealed. Now there is a MMC. It's also had a glued. So no one work on a CPU, but I think there is someone heat up the CPU, right? Look like someone heat up the CPU, right? Because it's a dealer phone. This phone come from a dealer. Now on the other side there is a power. It's look nice, right? All over the board it's clear. Now in a main camera, just a sec. Now we check on it. Now my main multimeter on a digital multimeter. When we connect the PC, it's a new multimeter. It's damaged, so it's a loss. So we take a diode value on this multimeter. That's one by one on a buck lines. Now first one 300, and the second it's and it's 0 0 0 0 2, and next one it's also 0 0 0. These two bucks, right? These two bucks in a short condition, 0 0. Now next it's a 254, right? 254. Now these two bucks are in a short condition. Let's open the Borneo. I'm already opened it. Right, wait a second. Now in Borneo we see which puck lines are short, right? Now these two buck lines, right? This one and this one is in a short condition. Let's see in a schematic. Let's see again first in a motherboard. Right, it's short. Now this one is also, just a second, no, short condition, right? Now these two buck lines in a short condition, right? So Let's copy anyone on schematics. Copy and paste in schematics. Now zoom it. Now this coil is S1. Right now there is another line connected here, the second one. Now both coil attach in a same line, and 304 and 303, 1304 and 1303. Right now both coils in a same lines, right? 1304 and 1303. These two coils in a same line, right? Now we see schematic again. Now we see, let's click this line, and where is this going? Now next, now this line goes to the IC. This is a CPU, right? Now this line connected to the CPU called VDD APC application call, right? Now two buck lines, right? Just a second. Now this is our CPU, right? Now this VDD APC, now from power to the CPU, right? This line had two coils in the same line. Those people who are in a membership, they know that all about this line. What is the purpose of this line? What type of voltage on this line? How this line working? Right now these two line had short. Right now two coils in a similar line had short connecting between his power and the CPU. Now these two coils had a short. Show you in a microscope. And now these two coils, right, in a short condition, right? Now it's connecting between the power IC and the CPU. Now both coil in a same line, right? VDD APC in a similar line are two buck lines connected, and first the power, and after it goes to the CPU, right? It's a low resistance line. So first we work on a power IC, right? We remove the power IC first, and let's see there is a resolve or shorting resolve or not. If the fault remains, we work on a CPU. Just a second. Now we clear this. Always remember, now wait a second. Always remember the nose cut point, that both side. Because when you install the power IC again, this is also important, right? A nose cut point or dot side, which side is. You can in mind or click a photo. Now little bit flux and heat up. Now my heat in a 350 air in 1. Right, I am using 857 DW. Now power removed. Now flux and clear this. Right, with now little flux and clear with, right, slowly. Now all pads clear. Wash it. Now the main camera. Now we check again there is a short, clear or remain. Now on a diode mode multimeter. Now both coils, right? Now let's zoom it and make it clear. Now one by one. Now just a second. Now it's still short, right? Now fault comes from the CPU side. It's still short. Now the fault comes from a CPU. Maybe it's a drop down case or already someone heat up the CPU. I don't know why, but someone heat up the CPU. That's why maybe this line had short. Now this is a dealer phone. I don't know the situation, right? How this problem occurs, right? Someone heat up the CPU or motherboard, right? That's why there is a problem. Now, if a dead phone come to the any dealer, I mean to say normal technician, they just apply the heat. If the phone turn on, they get money. Otherwise, the phone still dead. Whatever the condition, it's a customer problem. Now let's we remove the other accessories and remove this shade. Maybe it's a damage by drop down case. I'm confirm with the right now. Confirm to the dealer. Now in a microscope, right now CPU had fully glued. Now that means no one work on it, just a maybe a heat up by the unexperienced technician. So maybe it's turned on. Some phones are mostly in a right kind of problem. Now first we remove this shade. Now we remove the shade. Everybody know how to remove the shade in a safe side. Now I'm removing the shield, right? Shield removed. Now look at the CPU, right? It's totally glued, right? Also MMC. Now we remove both ICs, right? A little bit heat and look at the glue, right? Slowly, slowly. On every corner, make sure no component will damage. Right, with the MMC, also the CPU, both glues cut. Heat on a 300, 320, and we remove the glue. Right. Now, just little flux and heat up the all motherboard. I mean to say both ICs and a little scraper. Insert it. Now with the desolder wire cleanup. Now if some component miss, don't worry, we recover in the looking by the schematics, right? Just slowly little flux and use the desolder wire in a light hands, right? Do not apply it hard, right? Slowly. Or wash it with the cloth, also with the thinner, right? Now there is a two component miss, right? Just a second. Now under the main camera, now we check again the both coils if any capacitor would not short. Now we have to remove a power IC, also the CPU on outside. Now let's again a diode mode multimeter. Just a sec. Now check it again. Now there is OL, both coils, right? Now both coils had OL because the power IC and the CPU is on a outside, right? Already removed, right? Now this is our ICs, MMC and just a second, a CPU. Now this a CPU and this one is a power. Now for you have remove, we first revolve the power and the CPU. Just a second, a microscope. Now we revolve CPU and the power and place it one by one. And after the CPU install, if shorting come back, that means our CPU is internally short. First we revolve the power and place it. Right? So this is our IC. Power. A normal cleanup. First power. Low melting. High temperature to the low. Convert high temperature into low. Now this is the CPU. We're cleaning a CPU. First temperature down from high to low. Right, all balls, because when we place it back, so same working, same temperature on both sides, on IC, on the motherboard also. Now flow through the desolder wick, little light with the light hands. Now we remove the glue. There is a plenty glue this CPU. Just remove it with the heat up and with the scraper. On a light and I mean to say slowly. Do not push it hard, right? Otherwise your CPU does not work. Now there is a blackish. Just apply thinner. Just a second. One more. Now clean up the CPU. Now there is some ball on a light carbon, so we use a steel brush with a thinner. Do not apply a rough, I mean to say without thinner, just a steel brush, a little with the light ends. Just apply it all the CPU with thinner or petrol, right? Do not apply without, I mean to say, a rough surface, otherwise it will scratch your CPU. Now everything clean. Now we revolve the power, clean up and revolve it. Just clean up. There is no glue on it, right? We revolve the power. Just apply heat. Now cut it and again heat up. Now power revolved. Clean up and remove from the stencil. Right. Now power revolved. Just take a little glue and all ball fixed and shiny. Right. Now look at the CPU 6125 Qualcomm. Now stencils. Now the stencil number. Find the stencil. Which one suits this number? Right. Not. 6150. It's not. No, it's not. It's not. Now this one. This stencil had a 6125. Now we revolve the CPU. Fix it. Now apply PPD paste. And heat up. Heat on a 300. Air 0. Now apply little flux so every ball get connected properly. Now again fill PPD so every ball are equal size. Right. Now heat up. Right. Now CPU revolved. Now just clean up. Remove from the stencil. Now clean up properly with a thinner or petrol, whatever you use. Right. Now CPU revolved. Power also revolved. Now we place it one by one. First power. Just a second. Right, now pad clear. A little glue. I'm into flux. And as I already told you, remind the nose cut point. Now place it. Now heat up. Now this time heat on a 320. A0. Now flux out. Just shake a little shake. Now cool down. Right, wait for the cool. Now we revolve the CPU. I'm going to place the CPU. We already revolved it. Just according to the dot, place it, and according to the corners, check every corner. Right, now hit. Now heat on a 320 and A0. Heat up all corners. Right? Heat up. When flux out, that's the time your CPU connected. Right? Remind it. Now after the flux out, little shake on every corner. Right? Right, now shake it. Now on this side, if heat up the corners, all corners, so it's fixing properly. Sometimes it's loose or disconnect from the one side, but now it's shaking from every side. Right, we call tense the CPU. Now it's shake. Right, a little shaking, so it's confirming the CPU is connecting. When you shake it, it's moved back to the place. Right, now just wait for cool down. Now let's see the components, which component is missing on schematic also. Right, now one of this and one of this, and let's see another two components I remind. Now anything. Right, right, or two components. Let's go to the layout and see the component number. Now these one the capacitor and this one the resistance. Now we first go to the resistance and copy and paste. Next, now this is a 100 ohm resistance, so we can bypass it through a jumper. Right, so we bypass it with jumper. On a 100 ohm, under the 100 ohm you can bypass it. Right, on a upper you can't, so just take a jumper. This one, and resistance, we did not mind if the the capacitor, if we not place it for the filtration capacitor, it's okay. We just connect the resistance. I mean to short these 2 points. Now it's shorted. Clear this, wash it. Right, now disconnect it. Now we check again whether the coils shorting removed or not. If the shorting remain, that means the CPU internally short. Right, the multimeter and diode mode. Now check it. Now the shorting clears on both coils, right? 285, 286. First it's taking 0002, right? Now check again. Right, let's zoom and clear this. Right. Now we check again. So multimeter probe black on coils 312, right? Other 314. So the both coils clear. That means the shorting removed. Now the CPU, maybe it's a drop down case or maybe someone heat up the CPU. That's why it's short. Now back to the schematics. Now we connect the charger, and on the charging ampere meter you will see 0.1, right? Before it's taking not charging, now it's taking 0.1 milliamp. Remember, first you connect, now again connect it, now it's taking 0.1, right? Before it's taking 0.003, now it's taking 0.1. So if you connect on a DC or your normal USB into charger, it's taking 0.1. Now it's disconnected, now connected, now disconnected, now again connected, it's taking 0.1. So because the CPU MMC, right, sorry, MMC is on a outside, that's why it's taking 0.1. Now we revolve the MMC. Now we wash it. Now we place it little flux and according to the measurements, according to the dot, place it and little 8. Now heat on at 320, a little flux. Same process, shake it. Now UNC ready. Now this capacitor also clear. A little again heat and just for the confirmation. And when flux out, right, a little check it. Now it's fixed properly. Shake and confirm. Now pull down the board. Now CPU reboard, MMC reboard, right, though, and place it. Now power is also reboard. Now we clear this, all the flux, extra flux, just wash it, right, and right. Now we fix it and let's see it's turned on or not. Wait a second. Now let's pack it. Connect the battery and right now press the on button, right. Now it's turning on. The phone is turning on. Now this phone from secondary line short, that's why it's dead. But right now, why this line short? Drop down case or someone heat up the CPU. That's why. I don't know, because this phone come from the dealer, right? So that is the reason. But this phone is in a short condition. We diagnose the 2 coils APC does not work. I mean to say in a short condition. So we remove power. After we remove CPU, now there is a second logo. Now it's turned on completely, right? Now we hit it. No, but touches does not work. Just a second. Touch does not work. Now touch is not working. Let's press the connectors. Maybe any connector loose. No response. Right, now touch does not work. So what is the problem? After a lot of efforts, now touch does not work. Let's see. Now we disconnect the battery again and check the all fluxes. Disconnected and connect. Maybe something, any point disconnected. Now connect the battery again. Now switch off, turn on, press the button. It's turn on. Now wait a sec. Now what is the problem comes? Second logo. Now it's turned on completely. Now, but still the touch does not respond. No touch working. Now where is the problem? Just a second. Let's see. Right now, this flux. Maybe this flux is new because there is a sticker. I will show you. Right, this flux is new. Let's disconnect the battery and I will show you in a microscope. Just a second. Now look at this. There is a sticker. Right, a blue color sticker. So someone already changed this flex. Right now, this flex connected to display to the subboard to the display main board. Right, I will show you in a microscope. Now this come from the dealer, so it will also try. Now look at this. This flux is already changed. Market flux. There is a sticker, right? So it's a market flux. Sometimes market flux does not work. Some kind of problem occurs from the right now. Subboard is clear. It's OG, but the flux change. Why it's replaced the flux? I don't know. When the dealer came, then I will ask him, right? Why the flux change? Now where is the original flux? Now we connect again everything and press the on off. Right, the phone turning on. Now the main problem is the secondary line short. Right, we find the shorting and we work on first power after the CPU. The problem resolved. The phone turn on. Right. So I will call the dealer after this. No second logo. The phone turn on. Let's see. Again check. Touch. Now touch. Still the touch doesn't respond. So we call the dealer and after confirming I will get where is the problem. From a CPU side, maybe any line open or the flux. I think there is a flux. This connecting between our display and the main motherboard. Right? The flux cable. This because this is changed. Someone replaced it already and this was a market flux. So maybe a touch or graphic reason occurs from the market flex cable, right? So we confirm from a dealer, right? After I will get you back for this phone, right? So where is the problem comes from? That touch, I mean to say this flex cable or the CPU, right? So we diagnose this phone, the APC short, APC line shorts. We revolve the power, we revolve the CPU, also the MMC. Now this is the same phone, right? A Redmi A3, we repaired it already, CPU repaired. Now I'm already show you this flux has changed by the dealer. So this is the flux dealer replaced a new one, but I got now the touch is working when we place it original flux. So this problem came from the touch. I mean to say this problem come from the flex. When I asked to the dealer how this problem come, what is the customer response? Then the customer said, then the dealer said the customer, this phone fell from the customer hand after it's in a dead condition, right? So we replace the display and the flex, but does not work. Let me show you a motherboard. It's a similar phone. We work on it. Just a second. Right, we remove this and so look at this. This is the similar. We revolve the CPU and the MMC. We zoom it camera. Just a second. Now look at this. right? We reball the CPU and MMC. Now after the confirming the dealer, right? So this is the CPU and MMC, we reball it, right? Now the dealer gave me the flux and cable, and it's working. Now touch working, right? A similar one. So I thought, so if you learn something new with this video, then gives a like and gives a comment, lovely comment. Thank you so much for watching.